What's up, guys? MMAGAME here, bringing you another video. And this video is the next episode of Get Sapped. I'm Bob the Beast Sapp. My opponent is Cain Velasquez, a very popular fighter for people to choose in the heavyweight division. But in this fight, there were some moments where I was kind of trying to work the ground game with Sapp and not really fall into those overhand hooks of Cain Velasquez. So there are a little bit of slow moments. So what I did was actually speed those up, so the video isn't as long and it's just not as, because a lot of the strikes are just small ground strikes and they do damage and they do accumulate, but I figured I might as well just speed some of that up. But in this fight, this guy had a pretty decent record, I believe, and it's all about playing really smart with Bob Sapp, and it's all about just throwing your opponent off. And I do this thing in this fight where, you notice here I'm throwing all these leg kicks, and what's going through this guy's head the whole time is that a leg kick's coming. So right there, run in, he's expecting the leg kick, I just hit him right in the head, and that gets you two good power shots right to their head. And that's just what the Beast does. I mean, he always mixes it up. Look at these huge slams. I get him with multiple big slams. If you didn't know, he can just Bob Sapp can actually transition right from side control into postured up mount, which is really, especially with him, is extremely good. And a lot of people, for whatever reason, do not transition a lot when they're on the bottom from side control. They are just worried about getting rocked, so they always block. So if you do a major transition really fast, you can get it probably 85-90% of the time. There are a few top-level guys who will reverse you, but usually at least not on the first time. But if they see you do it one time, they'll try to reverse you. So again, mix it up, and yeah. But again, I'm going for these leg kicks here. The Beast is getting tricky, trying to trick his opponent, catch him off guard. I'm doing a lot of nice blocks, but I talked about this before in another video. When you got Cain Velasquez, a guy like this, they love these overhand punches. If you see, they throw these overhand lefts, overhand right. What you do to counter that is actually kicks. And it doesn't really matter who you have, because everyone in the game, every fighter in the game has just the normal straight body kicks by holding toward your opponent and kick, either one of the kicks. I'm using leg kicks a lot, but body kicks also get right through those overhand punches and just totally throw your opponent off, because they're not used to people throwing a lot of body kicks. And honestly, it's a pretty underused strike in the game. A lot of people just like throwing the flashy stuff, as I get that big slam again right there. A lot of people like throwing the flashy stuff, but Sapp, it doesn't matter. Anything he hits you with is going to hurt. His strength stat is insanely high, and that's just the way it goes. But look at this. He thinks I'm going to take him down, because I've been taking him down. So every time he's up against the cage, I just grab him, get a hold of him, put him up against the cage, and work some strikes. If your opponent's throwing a lot of counter knees and you're trying to, work the clinch game and the grappling game, throw those single collar clinches and get a hold of him that way. But he actually gets me down here and stays on top for a good amount of time to the end of the round. Really dominates me at the end of that round, second round. And I, couldn't really do anything. If Sapp gets put on his back, he's not the best fighter, and that holds true in real life, unfortunately. But if you can manage to stay on top, not get put on your back like he did right here, again with the salivary position. Really annoying spot on this game, but you can't. You got to stay calm. And look at that. I didn't even know Sapp had that transition right there from posture up guard to side control. Look at this. I rock him right here, start pounding away with the Beast, but he manages to get up, recover, and I do some big damage. You don't want the Beast on top of you raining these punches. Look at this. Oh, man. He's in a bad spot right here, but he's doing a very good job of covering up. Gets back to the feet, and Sapp smells blood. At this point, his opponent is hurt, and look at this power. I grab a hold of him and just just walk him all the way across the cage into the other side. And at this point, I'm just trying to get a hold of him and knock him out. But if he's going to let me, look at this huge slam by the Beast. That's the kind of power that he has right there. Picking him up, holding him up, bear hug, and then just huge slam. This guy knows he's hurt. Get him with the big punch. 1, 2. And it's over with the hooks. And look at these brutal hammer fists. That's the fight, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like to keep the Get Sapped series going. As long as this series continues to get support, I will continue making it. I love using the Beast. Also, follow me on Twitch TV and Twitter. Till next time, it's been MMA Game. Peace.
The winner